Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Murdoch DeFi YouTube channel. And in today's video, we have another one of our kind of weekly update videos where we talk about all the stuff that I'm invested in currently. Update you guys on some of the news that has come out over the past week. I think it's been about just about a week since, well, 6 days ago since I put out my most recent kind of like update video where we do what we're doing today, talking about all the stuff that I'm currently in, and again, kind of just updating you guys on the news. So we have a bunch of stuff to talk about, and some good news that I wanted to kind of share with you guys. It's not always bad, which is good to see. I think that we've all been kind of beat up over the last couple months in the crypto and DeFi space. So that being said, that is what we're going to be doing today. But like always, what we're going to do first here is we're going to start with last week's video. Again, if you guys are not aware, if you're a new subscriber to the channel here, we do a weekly giveaway on each one of these videos. We give away $50 in BUSD or USDC, whatever one or whichever stablecoin you prefer, rather. And let's see, filter duplicate users. And then, so if you are, like I said, a new subscriber here to the channel, feel free to go ahead and enter this. All you have to do is leave a comment, like the video, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. When you do leave a comment, make sure you include your MetaMask wallet or your OX wallet, and that will go ahead and lock in your entry to the giveaway. And as you can see here, unique comments, you have a 1 in 25 chance to win. So we're going to go ahead and pull this winner here. I believe last week's was by a subscriber called MySpace. He had actually won twice. We did get him paid out, so very cool. So this week's winner, congratulations, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that fun stuff to 12 Colors. Go ahead and send me a message on Discord. You can see my Discord handle in the top of your screen here on the video. So it's Murdoch hashtag 2389. Just go ahead and send me a friend request, send me a message, let me know that you won, and we will go ahead and get that sent over to you. Cool. Now that that is out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into it. I believe we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just looking at my notes. 6 different protocols to talk about today. All stuff that I want to show you guys what's going on. So first, Yield Robot. I did put out like a quick YouTube short trying to test out that and trying to, like, if I have information come across my desk and that's very time sensitive, then what I do is try to get that out. So I'm trying to test out these YouTube shorts, but I did put out a YouTube short on Yield Robot talking a little bit about the fact that they added some trade logs to the actual website. So they are now showing their trades here on the website, and this is going to be at the bottom of the page here. You can kind of see some of the stuff that they've been trading. I believe that this gets updated. I don't think it's on the API, so I don't think it's showing like live information. But I believe that they're updating these trade logs on a weekly basis, something like that. They did talk about that. But the one thing I guess I really like about Yield Robot, provided that everything is legitimate and they're really doing the trades that they're posting here on their website. The thing that I like is that after these 30 days, like, I can go ahead and be able to withdraw my initial capital, and I don't have to worry about putting in, or like, for example, with PGV, where, like, if you want a refund or you want to take your initial capital out, then you can do so. However, it's kind of like a lengthy process where you have to submit a ticket, and then it could be days till you get that refund back. With this, since everything is handled directly within this smart contract, like, once the countdown timers are up for that 30 days of staking, then you can go ahead and just be able to pull your initial capital out, which is, like I said, which is pretty nice. So let's talk a little bit about how this is performing for me. The first video I made, I had just put in $1,000. Obviously, there's this 3% dev fee here, so $970. The following day, I went ahead and added in the rest of the amount of funds that I wanted to, based on a little bit of more in-depth research and talking to their developers and looking over these trade logs. And there was some video showing their trades and stuff like that. So I decided to go ahead and invest a little bit more into the protocol. So now I've total invested $5,000. So I made another deposit of $3,880. Again, minus that 3% dev fee. That unlocks in 27 days, 8 hours. So not too far away from when that initial principal deposit becomes unlocked as well. So BUSD that we're earning per day, we're earning $97 per day. I've collected $174.50, and I can go ahead and claim this $113, which is what I'm going to do right now. So let me go ahead and just hit this claim button. Go ahead and approve this transaction real quick. And by the way, guys, if you're not using a Ledger hardware wallet or some sort of hardware wallet, then I highly recommend you get one. It definitely gives you some peace of mind when it comes to interacting with a lot of these dashboards or these types of protocols, just to make sure that your funds are saved and locked into a hardware wallet. I do have a link, I believe, in the description of this video for Ledger, but that's just the one that I use. I know that there's a couple of different ones. And I actually know that Ledger is actually coming out with a new one, which seems pretty cool. It looks like a little smartphone. So we'll definitely be grabbing one of those when they become available. So as you can see here, we went ahead and claimed that. So total claimed $288, almost $300 since I jumped in. And that was just a couple of days ago, right? So everything looks good on this front. Again, I just want, what I really like about this one is that I don't have to worry about, like, I could just pull this money out and it's not locked up after that 30 days. Now, depending on, how things are looking, once that 30-day rolls around, it will kind of dictate on what I choose to do from there. But as of right now, just like everything else, I'm only claiming. I'm not redepositing anything. Once I have the full amount of money that I want to have in a specific protocol, that I'm only claiming. I'm never compounding. So that is Yield Robot. Okay, stable fund. I talked about these guys a little bit the other day in my video where we talked about a couple different projects that all entail bots. That was when I talked about Yield Robot as well initially. So to catch you up to speed on the stable fund side of things, I did go ahead and claim my weekly dividends, send those over to XT, swap the SFUSD for USDT, and then sent that USDT back to my MetaMask wallet where it's safe and sound. So that is my game plan moving forward every single week at 6 a.m. when those things come available. I'm getting that done as soon as possible. They did claim that here, I believe the beginning of January, you're going to be able to, instead of having to take your SFUSD rewards and send them over to a centralized exchange, you should be able to exchange them here on the DEX within the stableFund dashboard, which is how it should have been from day one. I don't understand why I can exchange BUSD for, like, if we go to the exchange here, like, I could essentially, let's just say Matic. I could go ahead and exchange Matic for SFUSD here on the DEX on the stableFund dashboard, but I can't swap the other way. It just makes absolutely no sense to me why they would do that and why that wasn't implemented directly from the beginning. I do notice that I don't know, I seen an SFUSD USDC pair over on QuickSwap, and I know that might have something to do with it. I don't know if somebody accidentally added liquidity to it or what, but we'll see how that kind of unfolds in the coming days. Hopefully they make that available before the next claim. That way we don't have to worry about going to centralized exchanges, because I know it was kind of a headache for a lot of people. Like, I know that some people within the premium Discord, it took hours to get those transactions to hit your MetaMask once sending you your USDT or whatever token back from xt.com to your MetaMask. I know there's a couple other centralized exchanges that offer SFUSD and being able to interact with that token specifically, but xt.com is just the one that I use specifically. So Another thing is they just did S-Rocket payouts this morning. So what the conversion rate there was, so for every one S-Rocket token that you hold, we got 69, essentially 70 cents per S-Rocket in SFUSD. So it wasn't much. I think I got about $85. I think I hold like 128 or something, somewhere around there of the S-Rocket tokens. I know that people were claiming that it might be a little bit more as far as how much SFUSD you were getting per S-Rocket token. We'll see if that increases in the near future. I imagine it would. But as it sits right now, we got about 70 cents per S-Rocket token that we held. So like I said, that was about 85 bucks for me. Not too much. But really, that's it as far as Stablefund goes. People are still not receiving their refunds. I don't know what's up with that. It was kind of weird that they could run this script to pay out S-Rocket holders, but they still can't run the script to pay out refunds. I'm sure there's all types of conspiracies going on around there. Who knows what is actually going on in the background? If it's stuff that's just genuinely taking time, or if there is other kind of malicious factors going on in the background that we don't know about, right? So that being said, let's go ahead and move on to Horde. Now, Horde gave us an update a couple days ago that I didn't talk about. I wanted to talk about because if you are a holder of one of their Z NFTs, they gave an update, right? So, hey, Horde community, we'd like to present to you, as promised, a detailed update about the Z Zombie NFT liquidity, including previous slippage issues. So 488,000 initial principal from Zombie NFTs were committed to 2 major yield generation attempts, which suffered from slippage due to large isolated purchases, as well as other issues that resulted in as much as a 7% slippage per transaction, deleting 7% of the capital committed at a time. That is a $67,000 loss just to slippage. That is wild. I don't know if they could have done anything or used a different platform to swap or to bridge funds. It sounds like they were bridging funds from one chain to the other. But it says funds were used as follows: $2.5 thousand spent on bridging, $67,000 lost in slippage. They said that we tried all we could to stop/recover this. Major slippage occurred over 3 transactions, which meant that $300,000 to $400,000 being used to purchase assets from a shallow liquidity pool. This caused the asset to be purchased above the current market rate. This incurred where we were between 68 and 74% of the overall pool, meaning each of these slippage amounts affected us substantially. On top of that, there was a $13,000 loss from the first strategy, same timing as the Poland Missile / Genesis plus Gemini insolvency news. Okay, great. Another $26.6 thousand loss on the second platform as we paused for the upgrade on the first. This happened because the trades could not close at the same time. They did, however, make $3,000 in profit from the first strategy, and 9.5 capital remaining in the second platform, waiting on unlock period to inject in the current market. So $372,000 already invested in a second strategy, and more is yet to be withdrawn. Basically, $3,643 profit, from which $2,732 was paid out over the 17-day period. We did not use the normal distribution as planned, which means nothing were paid to the Horde pool, only holders 75% and compounding 25%. Now, if I go back to my zombie NFT here, you can see that whoop-de-doo, my claimable there is $1.44. Absolutely ridiculous. I still don't know any more information since we've gone ahead and migrated our tokens over. Who knows? I'll keep you guys posted as soon as I receive information. But that's everything that I wanted to talk about as it's pertaining to Horde. Now, with Prosperity Gem Ventures, as you guys have been kind of following on my journey, I've been preaching this in every single video that I do, and that is not to compound any of your earnings until you've hit your minimum or the like your total deposit amount. So with PGV, my total deposit here you can see on the screen, $10,000 in USDT, and then now you can see that my total withdrawn is well over that by $89. So I've pulled out $10,089.94 from this protocol. So we are now free rolling in house money, and in the next 4 days, I'll be able to go ahead and pull out about $1,400 of just pure profit. And if I wanted to, I could go ahead, which I'm not going to do obviously, but I could go and get a refund for this $10,000 and then be completely risk free. But the way that I look at it now, since I've already pulled out that $10,000, the money that I'm earning, the up to 2% a day on that $10,000 that I'm earning every single day, is completely risk free. Like I don't have to worry about it. If this goes under, at least I've been able to pull my initial principal deposit out of it. So a lot less stressful than any of the other protocols that we're talking about today. So that's all good. No real updates as far as PGV goes. I know that they're making people have to interact with the back end of the contract. I know Pocket Aces has put out a bunch of videos in regards to that and how to do all that stuff. So if you're not familiar with how to interact with contracts directly on BSC Scan, then I highly recommend you go watch his content for more people that don't know how to do those things. But for me, I do know how to do them. And if I need to be able to claim directly from the contract, then that's what I will do if the website does go down. I'm not saying it will, but I think they're trying to mitigate bringing new users into the platform. I don't know if they're going to be launching another contract in the future here. We will see how things go. And again, keep you updated on how that progresses. Okay, Alpha Capital. Some big news with Alpha Capital. Pretty cool stuff going on with the next couple projects that we're going to be talking about. Alpha Capital is one of them. So they had a pretty big AMA, and I took some notes and wanted to fill you in on that. So their next report, they've been releasing information in like this weekly report to give you information on how their trades have been going. So today they're going to be releasing another PDF version of the trades alongside a video from their Binance account with the actual trades. They said that they would also show the trades from the last report so everybody sees that everything is okay and well, which is good to see because I know that there was some people that saw that PDF and was like, oh, well, anybody could put a PDF together. So they're going the extra mile by actually showing the Binance account where the trades are taking place. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that stuff as well. They're currently trading with around $300,000 of capital. They will be doing another withdrawal. They said we'll do another withdrawal until Monday so that we can keep paying good returns from day after tomorrow. There was a profit injection and withdrawals for trading will be available on the dashboard so it's easy and accessible. The profit injection from the last report will also happen on Monday, which is today, together with this new one. Also, referrals will be lowered or removed entirely after we check what the percentage of users coming in from that way are. Last time we checked was about a week ago, and it was about 15 to 20% of people coming in from people's referrals. So they're looking to do away with that. That's cool to me. I don't care about referrals either way. The way that I look at it is like the same way as like affiliate marketing. If we're talking about like doing affiliate marketing for Amazon.com or something like that. When you get into like multiple downlines and things like that, then it becomes more Ponzi-esque in my opinion. But regardless, they also mentioned that Ethereum will be added as well at some point with lower limits, since in the current market conditions, we prefer to have stable coins. They also did go ahead and raise the deposit limits. So initially, I think that it was set at about $1 million total for everybody. Now they've raised those levels. So now you can see here, just on the BUSD side, you're looking at just over 1,065,000 BUSD deposit limit on the BUSD side. USDC, you're looking at 500,000. So they're about halfway there, a little bit less. Matic, looking at 300,000 Matic there, and then 600 B&B on the B&B side. So you still have plenty of room if this is still something that you haven't made a decision. Obviously, everything that we're talking about today is extremely risky. So just make sure that you're only investing risk capital. At the end of the day, guys, it's like at any moment notice. Even if everything is on the up and up with any of these projects, right? All their trades are legitimate. They really have these bots that they're talking about. Well, there could be an error in their smart contract, and one of these smart contracts could get hacked or manipulated by a bad actor. So it's just like you never really know. Nothing is ever constant. Nothing is ever super safe or zero risk. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're actually thinking about putting your hard-earned dollars into these types of protocols. I think that's really important. Okay, that is Alpha Capital. Moving on to the last one, Trident here. Now, Trident is a protocol that I talked about. I talked about it in the last weekly update video. They are currently only opening this protocol to people that are on the whitelist. So I'm sure that you could find a little bit more information on how to get the whitelist if they are still allowing new people in. But I did get word that they are going to be opening to the public on January 5th. But overall, things have been going good for me. You can see here, if we pull up my stake, I put in the same $5,000 that I'm putting in a lot of these projects. I've been claiming on the daily, and I did use their wallet here. I didn't connect my MetaMask wallet. I just used their wallet, and you can see here on the BUSD side, I've already pulled out. You can see here, I've deposited, stake, those $2,500, and then I've been pulling out, and I've pulled out $436 so far on the BUSD side of things on Trident. If you click on their dashboard here, you're going to see some of their trade history, which again, this is very, very cool to see. They are going to be hosting an AMA tomorrow with Blockchain Ben, which is another smaller YouTuber, but they're also going to be doxing in that video. So that's very interesting. I know that there was some FUD going around. They had used somebody's picture that wasn't a real person on their website, which when I sit back and think about it, I mean, that's obviously a very stupid thing to do. But we'll see how they choose to handle that moving forward. I think that they've addressed it all within their community, within their Discord on Telegram as well, Discord and Twitter as well. I think that Twitter was the first place that that information kind of got out. But we will see how they choose to go about things. Again, they're going to be opening to the public on January 5th. So if you want more information, I'm sure you could go check out their Discord and see if this is something that potentially could be on your horizon when they open up to the public. Other than that, guys, again, this is super risky, right? But we'll see how that AMA tomorrow goes. I might make a quick YouTube shorts after their AMA just to kind of give you guys a brief update before we cover it in depth in one of these weekly type update videos. That being said, I think that's really all the projects that I wanted to cover. However, I did want to talk a little bit about our plans in the future. So, like I've been saying, I'm going to be starting like in the new year. I'm going to be doing the face cam thing. I'm just kind of getting everything set up now and finalized. Just moved into a new house, so been trying to unpack and make sure everything is set up still. But once we start doing that, we're going to be doing a bunch of YouTube lives. And I believe I have the first person that I'm going to have on YouTube live on like a live stream. And who that is going to be, well, let me kind of give you the backstory. So James Pelton did a video with this company that automates Facebook shops for people, right? So you pay this company $10,000. They're going to set up this Facebook shop to do marketplace or Facebook marketplace drop shipping. They're going to set this shop up for you, and they're going to run it for a year. And all you have to do is sit back and collect the profits, and then split those profits 50-50 with the company that set everything up for you. So not only are you in the whole 10 grand, but you're splitting your profits 50% with this company, and hoping that it works out. So I did have a chance to reach out to them and ask them some questions, but the entrepreneur in me was curious on how I could just do this myself, because it's hard for me to pay a company 10 grand if I don't know how difficult or how much work really goes into what I'm paying the company 10 grand for. So I've been kind of doing my own research. I found another YouTuber that does it on his own. He does Facebook dropshipping on his own full time, and he helps teach people about it. So I'm going through his course right now. He also has a Discord community, but I'm going to bring him on the channel, talk about his journey. And I think it's pretty cool to talk about and see the other side of things now that we know like this Facebook automation for drop shipping stuff is out there from other companies. Like, how can you utilize this stuff by yourself if you don't have 10 grand in capital, or you don't trust somebody to just throw that large amount of money to? So that's what we're going to be talking about here on the channel. If that's something that interests you guys, please let me know down below in the comment section of today's video. Also, make sure you include your wallet address so that you can be entered into this week's giveaway. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one.